Hey guys, as requested, this is a video um, in regards to supply and demand zones, which really just means support and resistance levels. So Hero asks us how to plot support and resistance, how to draw a flag on a graph. I hope that's a joke, Hero, but it seems like there's a lot of questions in regards to supply and demand. I think a lot of new traders get that intraday support and resistance levels confused with the bigger picture on longer time frames. So, and also I got a new mic. So, this is definitely gonna work out a lot better, and it's definitely gonna sound a lot better. Um, Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you subscribe. Drop a comment as to what you want the next video to be. I already bought a ink pad that I could draw off to explain spreads and stuff because I know that some of you guys asked about how to submit an order for a spread. I think it was Victor or somebody was asking about what spreads are. So I want to get into that, but I also want to make sure that I have the correct material to show you guys what a spread is and how it works. So I bought the ink pad. It's gonna come, I think, Sunday. So we'll just start with these videos for now. Um, to show you guys how I plot my support and resistance levels, we'll go back to the Etsy trade that we took today. So here's the Etsy chart. I've never looked at Etsy, and it was brought up by Panda today in chat. And the first thing I noticed on the 1 day chart is this huge bar, this huge volume that came in. That should be something that once you see, it should open your eyes that this might be something you should be watching because all of a sudden we have close to triple the regular volume or even quadruple the regular volume. So just a simple look at this graph, you could see on this is the daily chart. We got this resistance level over here, so we're getting wicked out from the top. The level that we wicked out from the bottom was a previous support level over here. A lot of new traders tend to not focus on the bigger picture, which is the daily, the hourly, and not intraday levels. Intraday levels they do mean something, but they're not as critical as the daily or hourly charts or even weekly monthlies. The reason for that is because on a daily chart or a hourly chart, that level has been proven to be solid in a longer time frame. So a lot of the times you'll see that and will react to it a lot more effectively. So this trade I've never looked at. I've never looked at Etsy, and it was a trade that generated, I think, 20% from us today. I swung it. I think it's gonna do good, especially if the general market goes up. But let me explain to you guys the trade. So, once I saw this, I plotted in the levels. So if we were to plot this from the start, let me just remove old drawings. Just clear drawing set. All right, so if we were to just plot this chart from the beginning without anything, we will go to here, get the price level. This is not gonna be like, to the T since it's just gonna be rushy. Usually you'll want to get the exact level and the exact price that it rejected off of. But here we have a general rejection zone over here. Technically, this would be a whole zone if you want it to be. You could draw a rectangle or whatever to show that there's a resistance level around that whole general area. I don't do that, but you can, and it's definitely helpful to know that a whole area might be resistance. So we get that. We got that line plotted in. Then I'll plot this one. Just something very easy, very simple. And if you want, you could plot this one as support. You'll plot the time highs even a gap fills or anything like that. So this would be one. And look, you see, this previous gap fill is very, very close to this level where it got wicked out at. And this is how you know that that level might be respected and might mean something important. But all right, so we have these levels set up on the graph for the daily chart. After that, we'll go to the reasoning behind why I took the trade today. So we'll go to the 1 minute, no, the 5 minute chart, and we see this. So initially it pops up on heavy volume. So Etsy wanted to do something, but then it came right back down. And when you see something like this, you want to make sure that you understand why it made the move it did. So what caused this? Usually I have, as you guys may know, I have multiple screens, so I'm also watching the SPY. So we topped out here at around 950. If we look at the SPY chart for today at 950, which is around this area, we come right back down. So the general market was the reason that Etsy came down today. After that, you see that the market did like a double bottom and then close to a triple bottom over here. Oh, God damn it. Whereas Etsy just did a double bottom and then a steady trend up. So this gives you an initial sign that Etsy is somewhat strong. And another thing to notice, putting the whole image in place now that we're looking at the intraday chart is what happened the previous day. So the previous day, as we saw, we had huge, huge volume. So this was already a watch. So now that we got a second confirmation that Etsy's pretty strong, while the market, like the market was around here and also around here. Yet Etsy was on a steady trend up. So that should have caught your attention. And for me to have gotten into any trade here, I plotted a line over here at the high at the beginning of the day. Again, this is just a very rough plot since it's a quick plot. But it doesn't, I mean, it matters, but it's not really to the T. You don't need to worry about like, oh, let me make sure that it's 114.50 or 114.51. It does matter, but it's not that critical where you got to kill yourself for it. But something as simple as this, you can already see how it works out. So look, we get that initial rejection over here. Look over here. We get wicked out from the bottom. So this shows that we were testing that breakout. And we tested it 3 times on the 5 minute chart. So it shows that that level is there. And when we broke this level, it was on I wouldn't say really, a lot or crazy volume, but we did break on a decent, I wouldn't say this is really decent, but it was a little more than what we had. I wouldn't have taken this trade if Etsy wasn't strong because this wasn't a huge confirmation. You did get some confirmation though around here where we make that move up and we have rising volume. And then even towards the end of the day, we get rising volume towards the end. The reason I decided to swing it was because, as you could see, this level that was plotted on the daily chart, we bypassed that. And look at how it worked, on the top. Actually, this might be confusing. But look at how this worked out. We tested, and then we opened at that level and we closed above it. So when we close above an intraday level, no, sorry, when we close above a daily level, it might mean something. And the fact that we had this huge volume, it means that this stock was something to look at. And it seemed as if we didn't want to go lower as we bounced off of the previous support zone. So we could possibly reverse. So now as a trader, the next thing I will look at is, will we come back to this level? So there's multiple scenarios that could play out here. we bounce off of this support level, which we did, and then we go up, and we're already somewhat past this level. So this level just got crushed. So where is the next level that we have? It will be at this level. So that would be our first price target if we were to swing this. The next one would be the gap fill, which is at 120.93. As you guys know, I think I got a October 9th expiration date. The reason being, we want to make sure we have enough time. The strike price, I believe, was 120 actually for October 9th. That gives us approximately 2 weeks. If the market does recover, we're pretty much solid on this play. I could see this play even like if we recover the way, I wanted to, we could possibly even hit around this level right here, which is 128. So we will be $8 in the money. But this is how you plot graphs. Hopefully open up your mind a little as to how to do things. Don't always focus on intraday. People tend to be lazy, go straight to intraday. Yes, there is money to be made there, and there is intraday levels like support and resistance levels, which I showed you in Etsy as well. But the most important ones are the daily and the weekly, hourly, daily. All of those are way more critical and way more useful for you to play. Um, just a quick, I think, unless I erased AMD, I should have it here. Yeah, I think I erased the levels because this is just a fib retracement. But actually AMD, like if I just look at it right here from what I previously drew, it seems like this was a bullish wedge and we just broke above it. So we could expect some bullish movement up to 81 if we do decide to retrace to that level. Obviously this depends on the overall market, but let's see if it happens. I mean, now we have the video to prove if, I mean, I guess I know my shit, right? But I wouldn't necessarily say I know my thing just because if it hits, it really doesn't mean anything. And this is really just a basic assumption off of just looking at it really briefly. But we have, like for SPY, I like to make sure I plot everything as a daily level because again, I think these are way more important levels than intraday. So I make sure that they're all plotted. So I know whenever SPY makes a bounce, I want to make that bounce play with it on another stock. Because remember, you always want the general market to support the direction that you're in. So you wouldn't want to play a put against a strong bullish market. You wouldn't want to play a call against a strong bearish market. Um, Obviously, that you could make money even in the opposite direction if you see something to be weak or strong, opposite of the market trend. But generally speaking, you want to play alongside of the market to make sure that you have a good risk reward ratio. But this is it for tonight. I mean, I was trying to figure out how to work this microphone and get rid of like the static sound in the background. So it's pretty late right now. It's like 12:37 a.m. So I'm gonna go to sleep. Make sure you drop a like, a comment as to what you want the next video to be about. I promise you guys I'll get to the spreads video as soon as I get that ink pad. And whatever videos you guys want me to do, I will try my best to do it. I'm not the best trader. We're all in this Discord server to improve together. So make sure you join us and make sure you subscribe so that you can catch the next video. I'll see you guys later. Actually, see you guys tomorrow morning because we'll be trading. Bye bye.